And our judges have completed their placings in this 4-year-old cow class. Sarah Harn, we ask that you please step forward at this time. Sarah is the second junior in the class with entry 1895, Budell Supreme Jasper. Again, Sarah Harn from Brooklyn, Wisconsin. The winning junior entry is entry 1879, Hill Point VB Zeus Make-A-Wish. She is also the production award winner in the class, exhibited by Chris Vagley of Monticello, Wisconsin. That's right, put your hands together. Congratulations, Chris, and Make-A-Wish. She is also the production award winner in this class at 2 years, 6 months, 305 days with 23,118 pounds of milk, 1,150 pounds of fat, and 812 pounds of protein. Third place in the class goes to 1890 Danmore Cosmo Kaliana, exhibited by Daniel and Maureen Baginski of Othello, Washington. Second place in the class goes to 1869 Old Mill Wonder Sizzle ET, exhibited by Rottinghouse Woods Trap and Foss of Madison, Wisconsin. And your winning entry, also the bred and owned and best udder in the class, is entry 1891 Cutting Edge B Gretchen ET, exhibited by Ken Main and Peter Vale, Copake, New York. Congratulations. And now for his placings in this class, Judge Hill.
Another great class of cows. Traditionally, the 4-year-old class is always a bear, and this is no exception. That being said, I think we had a cow that worked herself to the top of the class quite nicely for us. Just a tremendous, powerful dairy cow. She's larger than our next two cows, a tremendous width through her chest, tremendous openness of rib, and wearing a beautiful mammary system. We're going to make her best udder in the class. I think the udders are close, but I prefer the width, height of the pop of the rear udder, if you will, on our first cow over the second cow. And she's just a little smoother on one side of her fore udder than the second cow. But I do grant the second cow more desirable in her front teat size and shape. But the second cow, just a young cow for the class, a beautiful dairy cow, following in with a couple moderate-sized cows here, but just beautiful dairy cows. She has the advantage over our third cow and more spring of fore rib. Just a little wider in the rear udder attachment also. This third cow, a more youthful-looking cow, but so straight in her lines and beautiful in her udder attachments. It follows nicely in here. She has an advantage in dairy character and bloom today over our cow in fourth that shows a little staler, but a tremendous frame cow. Just not her day perhaps here, not the bloom, not the dairiness, but a tremendous frame. We recognize her for that. She's blending of parts, has an advantage over our fifth cow. She's neater about her tail setting than the dairy cow we have in fifth. This fifth cow just so dairy, a little tighter in her udder attachments than the large cow we have in sixth, maybe a little more balanced in her rear quarters than the large dairy cow we have in sixth. But a tremendous dairy frame cow in sixth, and it's that dairy frame cow, that dairy frame that takes her over the next cow.